Yo, what's going on, NFT family? And in this video, we have some NFT news. We'll be talking a little bit about some updates and just some overall kind of NFT news and metaverse talk at towards the end. We'll be talking about a little bit of NFT, 7-day volumes, things like that, average prices, and an upcoming project that I'm taking a look at. So without further ado, let's just hop into my computer and get started. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Matt Morrison, my man, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in the chat in a minute, but welcome to the stream. So without further ado, we're going to drink some energy drinks and get started because my name's Kyle, and that's what Kyles do is we drink energy drinks early in the morning, apparently. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, first off is we have the market update. Okay, so right off the bat, we can see that the 7-day volume for CryptoPunks is 57,000 Ethereum, which is, my gosh, is an insane amount of volume. So obviously it is number one on the NFT chart. Number two coming in Bored Apes at 11,000, almost 12,000. Meebits, you can just see the stark drop off from the amount of Ethereum. Okay, Bored Ape Yacht Club, 11,000 ETH. Boy, when that project launched, I did not take it serious, but look at them at number two. Okay, Meebit, same thing there, 3,000. Did not take them serious. The Vogu Collective. Then you have Animitas, Doge Pound, V Friends, Stoner Cats, World of Women, Bored Ape Kennel Club. Okay. All right, and then top volume, you have CryptoPunks, and this is basically, I think, tracking the entire volume period. So there's that. So there's a lot of volume going on in the last couple weeks. As a matter of fact, NFT markets post record-breaking week. NFT marketplace OpenSea saw record trading volume on Saturday and Sunday as CryptoPunks, Art Blocks, and Bored Ape Yacht Club prices soared. All right, Omi Queen, what's going on? Yo, 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 yo. Been here in spirit, my man. Right here, right here. I got you. Crystal, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing good. Welcome everybody to the live stream. All right. Might as well just tweet it on out. All right. I just tweeted it. We'll use my stream deck just to push the button. All right. Pretty cool stuff. All right. So we can take a look at these market trends. All right. Markets for digital collectibles as non-fungible tokens have climbed to record highs in trading volume and average prices in the past week, particularly over the weekend. All right. That's when most people have time to look at NFTs. Probably, right? It's the downtime. They're not at work. They can take a look at the value of these NFTs and then go ahead and buy them. All right. That's what's probably going on this past weekend. Bitcoin has been up on back up over the hump, if you will. So let's go ahead, take a look at the CMC, or the coin market cap of these coins. Okay. Bitcoin at 38K. Right now, we have Ethereum, which has gone up steadily over the past week. All right, 2,500 per Ethereum, as you can see there. So the rest of the market will follow suit with those two trending coins. It will follow those two big kings and queen of crypto, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. It says trading volume of NFTs on Ethereum reached 171 million, up 338% from the equivalent week in the previous month. OK Link and OK Group Market Intelligence subsidiary told CoinDesk. And this, by the way, this is a CoinDesk article. I'll link it in the description below for you. OpenSea and NFT marketplace. Let's get some little ambient little music going, by the way. There we go. OpenSea and NFT marketplace saw a record-breaking trading volume in the past 2 days. Volume reached 35 million on July 31st and 49 million on August 1st, according to an on-chain activity monitoring platform, DApp Radar, excluding July 31st. Pretty insane, guys. By the way, I'm not sure if I've heard of a DApp Radar, but I will keep this pulled up and take a look. All right. Users 15K. So it shows you, it just basically traps or tracks OpenSea. It looks like the marketplaces. Let's see what they got here. They have all these different NFT marketplaces. That's very interesting. Okay. The volume of trading for CryptoPunks reached 78 million over the weekend. Pretty insane. Another art collection, Art Blocks Curated, also saw a record average price of 8 Ethereum, but that's pretty insane. 8 Ethereum per um, per collectible. And then Bored Ape Yacht Club is not doing too shabby right now. That is insane. So all in all, Bitcoin, basically dipped below 30K for a second. We have Geomite in the house in the chat, and Danny, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing good. Bullish on ADA and Ethereum. Yes, for sure. Those two are going to be long-term projects for sure, because applications, dApps, and protocols, you'll have all these things humming in the background on those two networks. And yeah, those will be kind of the two, right? The Coke and the Pepsi, and those will be around for a while. Okay, Polkadot's already kind of done their thing. We'll see what's in store for ADA. ADA is a very quantitative resistant cryptocurrency, so we'll see as computing and technology increases, will that affect Ethereum? Will that affect Polkadot and these other cryptocurrencies? So we will see. Time will tell. All right. Geomite, how strongly do you think NFTs in general tied up to the BTC and Ethereum price? Does it go up and down paired to them? Yes, I think so. Still, if we go to this time, we'll use CoinGecko just for the just to switch it up. But as you can see here, we're not going to look at XRP because XRP has just been this year it's just been volatile for obvious reasons with their lawsuit and things like that. You have Doge, which has been manipulated by influencers, so we're not going to look at that. We're not going to look at the stable coins either, as well. So Binance USD, you can take that off. Wrapped Bitcoin, Polygon, Ethereum Classic, Stellar, and Theta. They've also been volatile the past couple days for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't keep up to date specifically with those projects, but let me take a drink of water and we'll dive right in. But yeah, so take a look at Bitcoin. The past hour, it's only been up 1%. The past 24 hours, it's almost been flat, right? 0.08%. So the rest of the market will either be just okay because it did go up back up above 30,000 and over 35K, which are psychological levels in crypto, those big round numbers. And so, yeah, the overall market sentiment will be pretty decent. So that's why we're seeing these other tickers gradually go up, is because Bitcoin has gradually gone up. And that's where you see the confidence in crypto slowly creeping back up. And so that's what we're seeing here. You're seeing some of these projects like SafeMoon not do too well, maybe because people are taking their gains off the table, putting them back into more fundamental projects that will be around for sure in the long-term future. So maybe we're seeing that with some of these SafeMoon, some of these other coins that are dropping in price, and people putting them into maybe more solid projects. All right. But look at the overall sentiment of the market. You can clearly see that it's gradually increasing in price. You can see that it's just blatantly obvious. There's a couple of them that have gone up and then they've kind of gone down. They are trading, it looks like, in tandem together almost. It's kind of a little spooky on some of these tickers. But maybe that's, we're seeing people take some of their token out a little bit. But as you can see, they've hit. It looks like they've hit the bottom there, and they're coming back around on these other projects as well. So we will see on that. But in my opinion, look at Ethereum, just a strong trend upward, and then Bitcoin obviously has kind of gone flat. So yeah, so overall, I think that's going to be with these two tokens, even though Bitcoin looks red, the overall in the past, 2 weeks, it's gradually gone up and it's just kind of flatlining. So that's probably why all these other projects have kind of, you can see it kind of turning back around the other way. Not to talk about crypto too much though, all right? But it does affect the NFT space, in my opinion, for now. All right, for now, it's good for the NFT space. It's good to have these record-breaking weeks for NFTs as crypto gains confidence. Okay, in my opinion, that is, people having confidence in crypto and the NFT space at the same time to break these all-time highs in the NFT space. Okay, it's good. All right, it's good when crypto is good. It's good when for NFTs. It's good when crypto is doing good. Is what I'm trying to say, because obviously you buy a lot of these NFTs with crypto. All right, so you want your crypto investors and your crypto people to be happy and confident in knowing that their portfolios are continuing to grow, and so they can invest more into NFTs. Okay, it's kind of like a symbiotic relationship. All right, as new people come into the NFT space, it may not matter so much because you'll decentralize a little bit of, how people can buy, and the more NFTs that there will be on the market, and maybe that won't have so much of an impact when it's more mainstream, and the user interfaces get a little bit easier to use on some of these platforms is what I kind of see long term in the future, but time will tell. Gertonio, good morning, my man. We got enemy Fuzzball. What's up, fam? What's up, Luke? We got a lot of OGs in the house. Still think it's a good idea to buy Ritmo. It's always a good time to buy Ritmo, man. Ritmo, there's just so few editions. It's a season one collectible. As VeVe keeps dropping, the seasons increase, the years go by. What are people going to be looking at? They're going to be looking at those season one collectibles, okay? Those are going to be some of the most valuable collectibles. And as these new collectors come into the VeVe app, they will want to look at those season one collectibles and they will buy. All right, you're going to have crypto people, you're going to have whale NFT people that are going to look at VeVe when VeVe gets listed on OpenSea and all these other apps. They are going to be looking at these OG collectibles, knowing the value of having that season one, aka kind of like that CryptoPunk. All right, why do you think CryptoPunks, the value, there's 10,000 of them, okay? Not any one of them are the same. All right, so we are going to see that with season one collectibles. There's not 10,000 collectibles. Well, I guess there technically is, like, as far as edition numbers, but what I mean as variations, there's not 10,000 variations, right? There's only like what, 1,700 Ritmos or less. So I believe that that will have an impact if when we get to like OpenSea and interoperability. So moving on to the next segment is FTX is launching NFT sports platform backs LCS esports league with a 7-year deal, which is really cool to see in the esports leagues. Okay, I'm not really sure what that will necessarily entail, but I've seen FTX sponsor esports. They're going to continue sponsoring esports. I think I can't remember what big team they were sponsoring, but it was I want to say, what was it? You guys might remember more than me, but it was a pretty big team. I don't want to say TSM, but it could have been TSM. I don't think it was FaZe Clan, but it was a pretty notable esports team. So, or I should say, org is the correct term to use. All right. By the way, go ahead and get those tunes back up. Not sure what happened to them, but we will make sure they are playing once again. All right. All right, there we go. So it says FTX is launching a non-fungible NFT platform centered on sports and entertainment, and also stitches a new sponsorship with Professional Esports League with the League Championship Series LCS. According to Variety, FTX US is teaming up with Dolphin Entertainment to create a large-scale NFT marketplace that will target brands with the sports, entertainment, gaming, esports, and charity industries, to name a few. So they're going after quite a bit. I've actually seen their marketplace, their NFT space. The CEO is actually really cool. All right, so FTX, man, they're doing some cool things. I like what they're doing. I've seen what they're doing. Now, is it affordable? Is it really conducive to the average consumer? I'm not sure if it is set up for that just yet. It's not as user friendly as like a platform like VeVe. VeVe is the king when it comes to easy buying of NFTs, and they will continue to dominate in that sector. For FTX, I think you have to sign up for like their exchange and all this other stuff, and it looks very overwhelming, very confusing for the average everyday consumer. All right, so I hope that they will launch maybe something else separate from their actual exchange, but we will see. And I think that's kind of the trip up with Binance. You've seen Binance launch their NFT platform. Just too much stuff going on for the average everyday user, in my opinion. All right, I've been in crypto for a long time, guys. I'm not new to crypto, but I also know when I see something that's going to be highly successful, and I predicted a lot of these Fortune 500 companies to be Fortune 500 companies, like eBay when it first launched, PayPal when it joined eBay. I mean, anyways, I don't want to rant too much on that, but it's going to be pretty interesting to see. I won't get too much into detail, but I'll also link that article in the description below. Let me get my throat cleared a little bit. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. By the way, VR Landlord, welcome to the house. VR Landlord, baby. We about to cover that metaverse in a minute. All right. Utility and Gertonian says, utility and interoperability holds the most promise for me. We are only limited by the imagination and overall development time. Exactly. Few variables, few things that we're kind of bound to for the moment, but once those things open up, it's going to be nice. It's going to be quite nice. All right. Those things are coming. They're just around the corner. We got Immutable X, probably another exchange listing before the Immutable X transfer. And once we get to Immutable X, it's game on, baby. And then we'll start seeing more and more things happen. And VeVe is going to all of a sudden look like a juggernaut it already does. But from the outside looking in, it's going to look much sweeter to those seasoned NFT collectors. All right. I'm just going to tell you. All right. We already know. CryptoPunks clone Polygon Punks booted from OpenSea marketplace. Polygon Punks has been removed from the leading NFT marketplace OpenSea, likely at the behest of CryptoPunks creator Larva Labs. Larva Labs tracks this kind of stuff, guys. You know, if you're going to rip their stuff off, you have to either get permission, number one, or they're going to get you booted, all right? So, if you're out there creating some punks, just make sure that, you know, you hit up you hit up Larva Labs or something, do it the right way, you know, get it done right, you know, get your papers in order, and before you decide to launch your NFT project, right? I'm not a project specialist, if you will, so don't take any of this as financial advice. None of this is financial advice. This is an entertainment only, by the way. Just want to say that out loud, but you guys do your due diligence before you launch a project, all right? That's all I'm saying. Because it has happened, it will happen again. Maybe not with CryptoPunks, but maybe with something else. So just make sure you guys be smart about that. According to screenshots of the marketplace taken shortly before NFT collectibles were removed, Polygon Punks had emerged as the second most popular collection on OpenSea with a volume of roughly 37,000 worth of trade in 24 hours. With upset users vocal on social media, OpenSea Nate Chaston took to Twitter to explain the marketplace action, describing the incident as a buyer safety issue. Well, we all know what no buyer safety issue. So I actually didn't see, I actually did not see the Polygon Punks, so I'm not really sure what they necessarily looked like. Yeah, it does look like CryptoPunks. This looks like an exact duplicate. there doesn't look like there's much going on that's different. So that's interesting. I don't know why. I mean, I guess people would just buy them just because they think they're gonna have value, you know. So I think that's the only reason, in my opinion, because they, you know, like a poor man's CryptoPunk, if you will. So we will see. All right. Top Shot to sell exclusive NFT moments at live basketball games. This one's kind of a cool one for those of you guys that are into the TS or Top Shots. Niall, what's going on, my man? Enemy Buzzball. I wonder if LVMH is doing a NFT game with VeVe. Yeah, I'm not sure. That would be cool. I'm not sure what game that would be, but that would be really cool. Immutable this month, I think. Yeah, I think you are possibly correct, but we could see another exchange coming from Reese on Telegram, because he said we would have at least 2 exchanges probably before the Immutable X transfer. So that's why, David, you put August in big letters. Is not only will we have some big NFT drops, but we will have obviously some exchange listings we already did in OKX, as you saw in my last couple of videos ago. But so we will see, man. OKX is a big exchange, so you can expect another good exchange as we move forward. All right. Yes, sir. Via OVR, landlord from the OVR Metaverse. What up, brother? Hello, people, says Andy. I feel mainstream coming before we know it. Good morning, Kyle and OMI family. Yo, what's going on, NFT and me? NME Fuzzball. Yes, I agree. Mainstream, especially you see stuff like this. Shout out to NBA Top Shots. I know we like to, at least in VeVe, we kind of compare directly to NBA Top Shots, but at the end of the day, NBA Top Shots was like leading the spearhead and things like this, in my opinion, as far as like the mainstream. So it's still a project that it you know, to watch and look out for, to see what they're doing and how they are breaking into the mainstream markets. This is one of the things that we've always been talking about, is those geo NFT drops, like geolocation drops, where, you know, if you are at a certain place, use Comic-Con as an example. If you're at Comic-Con or something like that, that you get an exclusive, you know, digital collectible from like Marvel. All right, we all know that Marvel has announced a partnership with VeVe, so it would be cool to see something like that. Let me take a drink of water and we'll move on. Says NBA Top Shot, the popular pro basketball non-fungible collectibles from Dapper Labs, will sell exclusive tokens at NBA Summer League games scheduled in Las Vegas next week. All right, had to take a breather there for a second. All right, but it says the tokens will be the first Top Shot NFTs dubbed Moments, made available for exclusive purchase from a physical location, and they mark the first time that Moments have been sold at an NBA game. The exclusive NFTs will commemorate a highlight of each game, August 8, 9, and 10, respectively. Each edition will see a minimum of 1,000 copies minted, while the total number of moments minted will determine according to demand. The fans are limited to purchasing 10 tokens daily per person. Hey, 1,000 copies minted? That's not bad. 1,000 editions compared to what NBA Top Shots normally releases. So that's like VeVe's type numbers, like those low editions, right? Match attendees will be able to pre-order the yet-to-be-created tokens from a Top Shot kiosk in Las Vegas, Thomas and Mack Center for $5 each. The NFTs will then be transferred to the Top Shot accounts of buyers after they have been created. Interesting. All right, so you can pre-order them. Not a bad deal if you're in Las Vegas, okay, for the summer games, the summer NBA games. All right, so that's what that looks like there. there's once again a look at kind of the overall market for dapradar.com. I'll link that below as well. But as you can see, it's tracking these marketplaces. Very interesting. All right. Now we move on to the metaverse. All right. CoinDesk came out with an article just the other day, yesterday, says a crypto guide to the metaverse. Verifiable, immutable ownership of digital goods and currency will be an essential component of the metaverse. Obviously, all right. Immutable ownership of digital goods and currency will be essential component of the metaverse. So, yeah, aka NFTs and crypto. You don't say, because the metaverse is already being built out. All right, it's already there. You can already go into Decentraland. You can go into Sandbox. You can go into Somnium and take part in this metaverse. All right, it's crypto based. Okay, and in my opinion, these projects will lead the way for metaverses. Okay, in a full experience. It's just gonna be very cool. All right. In my opinion, they're leading the way. I know Facebook has just announced in what Mark Zuckerberg says, Facebook is a metaverse company. Very interesting. All right, they're moving back. They're kind of saying to investors, hey, investors, stock owners, hey, we're not just a basic social media company. We're metaverse. Okay, what does metaverse even mean? Okay, let's take a definition, a look. Meaning, we're gonna take a look at what it means. The metaverse is a collective virtual shared space, okay, including the sum of all virtual worlds and the internet. It may contain derivatives or copies of the real world, but it is distinct from augmented reality. The world metaverse is made up of a prefix meta, meaning beyond, and the stem verse, a back formation from the universe. The term is typically used to describe the concept of future iteration of the internet, made up of persistent shared 3D virtual spaces linked in a perceived virtual universe. All right. So why would Mark Zuckerberg say that Facebook is a metaverse company? Because he realizes there's something special here. There's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of business to business transactions. And instead of having to build all these resources out in the physical world, you can literally just have a digital variation or copy of that. All right. What I mean by that is, when specifically talking about business to business transactions or business to business, I'm talking about you're able to put on either like an augmented reality glasses, and there's a button right in front of you and you push it and it calls a cab, or you're in a factory and there's a button, you push it and maybe it orders a new, it basically orders the product for you. Or maybe you pull out a guide because you forgot how to do something, while you're on the factory line, and then you're able to read a manual right there on the spot without having to, go and find your manual, or go and, you're just able to just boom, right there. You got a manual right in front of you, tells you how to do it. Or maybe you can clock in and out or log in and out without having to have this giant computer in front of you. So there's many different use cases, basically what I'm trying to say. And that's just a few applications. All right, when you're reaching to consumers, you can always refer to that Uber button. You push the button and an Uber comes and picks you up. All right, there's many other use cases where we don't have to have so much physical, the physical side of it so much anymore. All right, we don't have to have tons of all these resources that end up getting used, worn and torn, or thrown away, but that virtual copy will stay there forever. All right, and that's what it's kind of about. It's about it's saving money, but it's also highly profitable. And that's where I see the metaverse, where Mark Zuckerberg has his eyes set. He says that he probably sees its virtual world as well, because they own the Oculus. They own the Oculus Rift and the Oculus VR headset. So I'm sure he's eyeballing an immersive experience to where people will operate in these digital worlds and gaming obviously as well, because we've seen gaming and they've introduced advertisements on some of these games. So maybe we'll see people develop games like Fortnite in VR, but introduce advertisement as these games progress. Gamers don't like it now, but there's a balance and there's a money to be made, and it will happen, and we will see it. Okay, it's just gonna happen. It is what it is. All right. Now, I hope Facebook isn't the only company that will consider themselves a metaverse company. I'm hoping companies like VeVe will say, I'm a metaverse company, or obviously their Ecomi is considered a technology company and not just a collectible company, okay? VeVe is a subsidiary of Ecomi. Poor Man Printing, yo, what's going on? Exactly, Facebook. Conrad Koitzi says, howdy y'all. Yo, what's going on, my man? VeVe is going fine, but I hope they will build a better user identification in the near future. Well, I think KYC is coming, so we will see that, if that's what you mean. All my time in crypto, things rarely go how we expect them to mainstream in 2 years. Yep, all in time in crypto. Well, it's funny because, it's been a while since Bitcoin has been introduced to the world, and it's taken a while for it to actually take off relatively. I mean, it's gone up super fast relatively too. So, when we're talking about Web3 and we're talking about dApps, we're talking about this renaissance of things that are happening, it will take over the world. Okay, and so you're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have companies figuring out how to monetize, but it is going to take over the world, and it will happen. You look at countries that are competing with the United States that are rushing to get this stuff done, and then it's going to encourage other projects to get stuff done. So we'll see kind of like this arms race of who can get the metaverse and who can capture the world market, and that's when you're really going to start seeing things start to shine, and we already are. We're already kind of seeing the first iterations of that. All right. The metaverse isn't just sci-fi anymore, says this article. When technology changes our lives, it's not often by surprise. The internet, the smartphone, and the cloud, to name a few, all arrived in the world preceded by a presence in science fiction. It's likely that the next big thing of the digital age is about to arrive, and with it, the potential to change everyday life. It's called the metaverse. The metaverse is defined as a virtual shared space created by a convergence of virtual, enhanced physical reality, augmented reality, and the internet. Its tendencies exist in forms you may already be familiar with, such as popular video games like Roblox, Fortnite, and Animal Crossing. The term was first coined in Neil Stephenson's 1992 science fiction novel Snow Crash, where a pair of delivery drivers traveled the metaverse to save themselves from a capitalist dystopia. Which is funny because that's kind of where it's kind of gone until somebody steps up to the plate, which that's why I'm so bullish on Decentraland, Sandbox, Somnium, because I hope that will kind of combat these other metaverses a little bit. If we start to see these Facebooks, which is it's good for overall, I just hope it doesn't go down a dark path. I think crypto is here to save the day, though. The metaverse that many futurists envision is similar to the ones portrayed in sci-fi stories like Ready Player One. While no one knows for sure what the metaverse will look like, its basic characteristics are established. It spans physical and virtual worlds. It's centered around a fully functioning economy and allows users to travel through its various places with relative ease, maintaining their purchased goods and avatars. All right. So let's back that up for a second. Let's break that down. All right, these metaverses are going to be a full stack economy. All right, you're going to see economies built within these metaverses, within these certain cities in the metaverse. You're going to see people create their own markets. You're going to see a lot of creativity happen in these metaverses, and it will happen. All right, we're starting to see iterations of it. People are already talking about there's already people like that are hosting parties with their land in the metaverse. So you can better believe that there's going to be like I call it just a full stack economy, meaning it's going to be, end-to-end economies, and people are going to be interacting all day in the metaverse and not necessarily need an outside job. Their job will literally be in these metaverses. And for some people, they already are. They made a lot of money in crypto. They made a lot of money in NFTs. They bought a lot of land in these metaverses, and they already are sitting there all day in some of these metaverses. So it's going to happen. All right, it's going to happen. What's up, Zero Cool? What's up, Kyle? What's up, everyone? And Ecomi fam, what is going on? Conrad, I already read your comment, but howdy again. So it will happen. These economies will happen in the metaverse. All right, it's not if, it's not when. It's already kind of happening, and we'll continue to see this develop over time. All right, it's just gonna happen. Think of virtual theme park with no limits to its size and creativity. Hold the door. Hold the door. Alfred Kahn. What did Alfred Kahn say? All right. Al Kahn, by the way, if you don't know, if you're new to this channel, Al Kahn is the head of licensing of Ecomi, which is the VeVe. They run the VeVe app, which is digital collectibles, aka NFTs, and he's the reason why the name Pokemon exists, because he created the name Pokemon. This guy was talking about, Al Kahn was talking about virtual theme parks. He said, wouldn't it be cool if VeVe was like, when you get off a ride, a virtual theme park, and what's the first thing you get out of? They take you into a gift shop, toy shop. He's like, what if that experience, you were able to take that with you? All right. So we're talking about metaverses here. We're talking about that type of level of interaction where it says, all right, let's just go ahead and read. It says, think of a virtual theme park with no limits to its size and creativity. Then imagine being able to move seamlessly from that to a virtual music concert with thousands of other people, all within the same digital universe. That's what's potentially possible with this new technology, Frontier. Exactly. So you're going to be able to immerse yourself in these different, these different entertainment areas in the metaverse without having to drive your car, waste gas, waste resources to get to somewhere. You're just going to be instantly transported there. That's going to be insane. We've seen that with Fortnite. With what's his name? Can't even remember that rapper's name anymore. Travis or whatever, Travis Scott. And and it's like everybody tuned into that. There's like millions of people tuned in and watched a digital concert without having to leave their home, and it was actually super cool. We've seen Marshmello. He had his concert as well in Fortnite. Absolutely incredible. Fortnite's built on an Unreal Engine, but VeVe's built on Unity, which we all know Unity is equally, or is pretty cool too. All right, it's gonna be you can deploy Unity on a bunch of different VR and AR platforms. Can you imagine what it would look like once things like HoloLens tech becomes commercially viable? The stuff you will be able to do with that would be incredible. Conrad, exactly, my man. Yeah, HoloLens, for those of you guys that don't know, it's a super advanced like augmented reality. Like you put it on glasses and it just like broadcasts these images, and aka maybe even NFTs one day. Probably. All right, when I say probably, it's just gonna happen. All right, fingers crossed. But yeah, HoloLens, man, that's gonna be insane. Why the metaverse matters. If the metaverse fails to reach the epic vision many have in store for it, it could fundamentally change the way we interact with the digital world. A collective virtual experience could bring new opportunities to creators, gamers, and artists in the same way non-fungible tokens have. Not just reshaping the creator economy, but inventing it anew. The virtual world of metaverse could become its own trillion-dollar industry, a go-to for entertainment commerce, and for some, even a place of work. Like we just said, that's kind of already the case for some people. So yes, it will be a place of work for people. All right. So it once it's viable, and it will be one way or another, it will happen. And I say that because there's too much at stake in the metaverse right now. All right. And I'm talking about worldwide countries looking at this and saying, we got to do something about this. We got to become the go-to place for this metaverse. Otherwise, these other countries are going to want to compete in that area. So you can definitely extrapolate that there will be, it's just going to happen. All right. It's just too much. There's too much at stake, and there's too much possibility with that to not be at the forefront of this race of the metaverse. Okay, it's just going to happen. All right. The metaverse is not being described as an extension of the internet, but a successor. Let me read that sentence again. The metaverse is not being described as an extension of the internet, but a successor. And it's being built using blockchains and decentralized applications. Venture capitalist and essayist Matthew Ball writes that the metaverse will become the gateway to most digital experiences, a key component of all physical ones, and the next great labor platform. He believes it will be the driving force in creating a new generation of companies similar to what happened with the popularization of the internet. Maybe more interestingly, it could lead to the fall of incumbent industry leaders, as we saw with the rise of digital platforms. Look at Netflix. They took down Blockbuster. All right. I loved Blockbuster when I was a kid. I used to go in there like Fridays and get those video games, baby, and rent a movie. All right. Rented my Ninja Turtles. Okay. Rented my whatever was cool back then. I don't know. Netflix comes along, basically decentralizes how videos can be consumed, how you can rent a video, decentralize that literally. All right, decentralized doesn't always have to refer to a blockchain, but it can refer the way you do things. Literally decentralize that, because Blockbuster was centralized. You had to go there. You had to go to a physical location. Netflix comes along. Then they built upon their successes, and now it's digital. Now it's a streaming platform. Now they're introducing gaming. All right. Wouldn't be too surprised in the near future that Netflix says, we also are a metaverse company. Okay. They have the infrastructure probably by now, almost. They're getting there. They got people paying, money every single month on a recurring basis. I don't know, guys. Dragon Ball Z, of course, thanks to Gale. How many users VeVe has to this day? I think like 450,000 or so. Maybe a little bit less, but who knows? Scott Pilgrim is the rapper. Are you thinking of? No, I don't think so, the Gale. Are you talking about the Fortnite? Scott Pilgrim. Travis Scott. Enter Facebook. At the end of June, Mark Zuckerberg told his employees at Facebook they'd be working to help bring the metaverse to life. The company has assembled a team of its executives to spearhead the project, including Instagram product head Vishal Shah and Facebook Gaming's Vivek Sharma and Jason Rubin. And Jack Dorsey says 92, the internet will be like Snow Crash. 2021, the Facebook will be like Snow Crash. In an interview with The Verge, Zuckerberg outlined his ambitions for the metaverse could be. What the metaverse could be. He discussed the idea of virtual workspaces, and he called infinity offices. Working in VR, he argues, allows for greater multitasking, and meeting in a virtual metaverse type environment can be intrinsically more collaborative and productive. Zoom calls have their obvious limitations, and Zuckerberg says he already prefers to do his meetings in VR if possible. That's what I'm trying to say. We're already doing Zooms. Why not be in an immersive environment where you're literally just there? I mean, you can literally immerse yourself in the meeting without actually being there, but you're there. If that, why not just do that? All right, it's gonna happen. All right, these classrooms, the one thing that this pandemic has done is like introduced like stuff like this and made it feasible and palatable for the average everyday teacher or average everyday, you know, human being to understand that the value of applications like this, that you're able to teach classrooms in college in VR, and students are able to immerse themselves and be there and learn. Okay, so that's going to be a big deal. And what happens when, you know, what I see as far as pro bono wise or whatever, or, you know, one day I see these cool organizations coming up, not these nonprofits, you know, having these classrooms over like in different countries where, you know, the population, or maybe there's certain areas of the world where they're not as, or where it's just maybe they're not as, I don't even know, the economy's bad or whatever, and you see these nonprofits donate their a whole VR classroom, and teachers are able to stay in their own country but teach these other people, these kids, in VR. I kind of see that happening in the future. So I'm excited for that, man. I'm excited to see these nonprofits pop up in the future like that. I think that's going to be cool, and I hope that happens. And then that way, your family doesn't have to move across the world and continents to go teach people, but you can keep your family where they are. You know, that's a big deal for families, man, and generational type stuff. All right. There's a study on Italian families, like why like they live so long, or Mediterranean families. It's because they stay together, they do things together. So I think that's good and healthy for humanity as a whole, to a degree. All right. He also brought up the metaverse can provide solutions to social iniquities. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Based on the research of Raj Shetty, Zuckerberg makes the point that a person's geographic location is highly correlated with financial opportunities. In a world of popularized metaverse, this idea is sort of flipped on its head, and technology develops in a realm of virtual and augmented reality. Remote work becomes more effective and accessible. Okay, well there you go. There's an application right there of social iniquities, or even, you know, worldwide iniquities. You know, not just social, but you know, based on, because some countries aren't necessarily blessed as much as some other countries for many different variables and reasons, right? Maybe because the country is just simply smaller, so they have less opportunity. So I think that helps. This is going to help the world, you know, help people around the world, right? Because what if we're able to reach people that are vastly intelligent, vastly, you know, have these superior IQs, but they're just not able to have the opportunity like the rest of us because we live in a nicer country. Like, you know, what if they could solve these different worldwide problems we are experiencing today? You know, that's what my thing is like discovering those type of people and helping them out and literally providing a hand up. And I see that happening with the metaverse virtual reality. Bastion Special Event says, I hope you'll be able to animate our NFTs to edit videos. As a filmmaker, I would be on VeVe 24/7. Yeah, so I think we'll be able to have, like, for instance, I'm shooting this Facebook Live, or I'm shooting this YouTube Live. It's because we're talking about Facebook right here. Sorry, guys. Where you'll be able to see my NFTs in the background. You know what I mean? So I think that's coming. You can find your future employer in the metaverse. Exactly. So Facebook has Reality Labs chasing AR. I wonder how much money they have thrown around at dev teams. When VeVe will be on ETH2 layer 2, maybe it will convince more people to join us, or ETH layer 2. Yeah, I think so. Definitely. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Funko drop was yesterday, bro. It was hype. Yeah, I saw Crypto Khaki got a good pull on that one. I saw him on Twitter posting about that. I forgot about it. I wish I didn't, but I did. Other tech giants stepping into the metaverse. No one person or company can have control over the metaverse. IOI. We don't want any IOIs from Ready Player One, right? But the usual suspects of the tech world are already staking their claim on the future of the space. Google, Microsoft, Samsung, and Sony have joined Facebook in the XR Association, a consortium of tech companies aiming to shape the future of experiential reality. All right, XR means it's like a mixture of AR, VR, in the sorts, right? So it's not just it's just not stuck at augmented, it's not stuck at VR, but it's going to be a combined experience, right? Gaming is ahead of other metaverse technology in aspects and continue pioneering the space. For years, video games have leaned on the concept of in-game economies where players can buy and sell goods that hold no real value outside that universe, the universe of the game itself. The most recent example is Fortnite, but an older example is continued success of games like Grand Theft Auto 5. Despite being released more than 7 years ago, the game crossed over $1 billion in profit in 2020, thanks to a large online economy still active in the game's online, open world universe, which my man Gammaverse talked about in his video. He had a freaking sweet video. If you missed it, it was about VeVe. Why VeVe is going to be really big, and it literally talked about some of that stuff. Talked about Grand Theft Auto and metaverses, right? The metaverse aims to connect these in-game economies under one cohesive umbrella of virtual experience. Unlike in the world of video games, the metaverse is not objective-based. Our relationship to it will be more similar to how we treat the internet than some kind of virtual role-playing. Yeah, but I see both. I see a mixture. We'll treat it like the internet, maybe. Like, I don't know how I treat the internet, but I'm different because I stream and I do make videos. And I literally work remote. I'm highly involved with the internet, man. So, obviously. But, with Gamma, his last video, he was talking about people actually role-playing with their characters on Grand Theft Auto. So I see different applications, obviously, but I see people immersing for sure, obviously. Let's take a look at this tweet. Very interesting list of metaverses, resources, and projects. This user named @snowfoot_ on Twitter says there's no better time to reply with this. Me and my friend Shrimpy fellow worked for hours to get as many connections there are. We start at Fortnite and its collabs and just go nuts with everything else. There are over 400 things here, including so many beloved franchises. I'm not sure exactly what this means, but there is a lot of brands. Look at this. Back to the Future. That's on VeVe. Jaws. That's on VeVe. DC. That's on VeVe. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Probably be on VeVe. Nintendo. Probably be on VeVe. Adventure Time's on VeVe. Like, this is all I see is a bunch of VeVe stuff running around here. Star Wars will probably be on VeVe. Hellboy probably will be on VeVe because, we've already seen artwork from one of the artists there. Marvel Comics is on VeVe, one of the bigger ones right here. All Marvel universes. Disney owns Marvel. Indiana Jones. Pretty crazy. Interesting. I'm not sure how they got that list specifically, if you will, but that's very interesting. Where crypto fits into the metaverse. Beyond the scene of the metaverse will be a demand to deliver permissionless identity, financial services, and high-speed exchange. Data will have to be stored and served to millions, if not billions of people. The answer to these problems lie in the technology of cryptocurrency. Companies like Decentraland and Sandbox have developed virtual worlds that integrate cryptocurrency so gamers can create structures like virtual casinos and theme parks and monetize them. And decentralized, the currency list used is called Mana, and it is available to purchase on exchanges like Coinbase. There are even casinos in Decentraland where you can gamble in Mana with dealers paid in Mana to show up for work. NFTs will also play a foundational role in the metaverse, giving people complete ownership of their characters, accrued in-game items, and even virtual land. An NFT of 259 parcel of virtual estate in Decentraland recently sold for more than 900,000, the largest sale to date. Eventually, it will be possible to buy and sell virtual goods from different games and universes on the interoperable marketplaces. Someone might be able to sell their virtual plot of land in the Decentraland world and use the funds to purchase Fortnite skins, for example. Cryptocurrencies could become the sole tender used in the metaverse, with all the virtual objects and intangible items being expressed as NFTs. I think people are truly blown away by the amount of money that players spend in digital assets. Hundreds, thousands, and probably millions of dollars spent on digital assets. This is Arthur Madrid, CEO and co-founder of The Sandbox. I think making those assets NFTs, building an NFT economy, is going to add a new layer on top of the existing digital economy. While no one can predict exactly what the metaverse will look like or when its final form will arrive, the importance of cryptocurrencies for its growth is a certainty. As we monitor the development of technologies like virtual reality and the ways that current industry leaders like Facebook are getting involved, advancements in blockchain and cryptocurrency sector will play an equally important role in shaping the metaverse future. End article. That is, that's the truth, man. Cryptocurrency, baby. NFTs, baby. It's gonna be a layer. All right. It's just gonna make the metaverse tick the way it should be. All right. I don't want no IOI up in the metaverse, trying to dictate what we can do. Decentralization is a must. All right. Now, I think there should be regulation. I don't think there should be like these weird black market stuff happening in the metaverse, because that's not good for anybody. That's not a good look for the metaverse. That's what hindered crypto and Bitcoin for a while. It's like people saw Bitcoin as that shadow currency, but obviously it's not. Like, that was one simple use case that criminals were using, and really it's trackable on the blockchain. So it's just silly to think that that was even a topic, but it was just people that didn't understand cryptocurrency, and they didn't understand. And when you don't have understanding, you have fear. All right. So people were fearing Bitcoin because they didn't understand. There's a little ignorance involved in that. But fast forward till now, it's like, yeah, the FBI can literally just track the blockchain. Like, unless it's obviously like a Monero or something like that, but where it's zero knowledge proof encryptions and Z-snarks, which are actually kind of built into Immutable X, which is actually pretty cool to see, but I don't think that's what VeVe is going to do. I mean, maybe they will enable that feature, but it's possible on Immutable X, which is pretty cool. Z-snarks, that's what like Zcash is famous for. I think they're one of the original OG projects to introduce Z-snarks, zero knowledge proofs. Conrad, you are right. Second Life was a pioneer. They're too early in terms of technology. When Apple and Facebook will launch their products, reality and virtual will be complementary. Indeed. Second Life was built is like Steam came out with that one, I do believe. Is that right? Steam also paving the way in virtual reality. So I hope Steam keeps steaming along, pun intended, with their virtual reality stuff, because I feel like they could be a solid competitor to Facebook and be a good driving force for virtual reality as well. And I could see them easily integrating very easily, nicely into the decentralization of virtual reality. Basically being like basically an asset to the decentralized metaverse, versus Facebook, where it's basically built on the premise of making money for investors. But VeVe Vault says, holla, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing good today. What's your KD in Warzone? Off topic, man. My KD is not that great, to be honest, on Warzone. I think it's like 1. I got to get better at it, to be honest. 1 or 2, if that. Like my previous record, because sometimes I just drop in there just to mess around. I'm not serious. But I used to be really good. It's just I haven't spent a lot of time playing Warzone. But there'll be a day, baby, when I'll have more time. Do you think now's the time to buy Bag of OMI, or do you think we'll see another low dip in the 002 range? Says Observer Drift Music. Let's take a look. So it looks like it's holding support. Maybe it'll bounce off that moving average right there. You're in a buy zone, man. I would buy more OMI when you can, because if it went to a penny pre-Marvel, what do you think it's going to do post-Marvel? Okay. As more OMI burns off, probably go back up. So I don't see anybody losing too much money accumulating in this nice little buy area. Look at this. This is a nice previous level right here. I don't really see it going below. Like, if it does go that, I don't think it's going to go back to these .000, like these trip zeros ever again. It's just too many people holding, too many people excited. Community's too big now. And that's why you see it. That's why you see it being held and not dipping below that. The lowest it got is 0.001 for like a second, which is absolutely was insane to even think that it could go that low again. But that was also previous to Marvel, and a lot of people were not thinking with their heads on straight. And this is where I was like, I told you so, green candles in your face. Big disgrace. Let's check Twitter, make sure we're not missing no news. All right. Nothing on Twitter, I don't think. I don't see VeVe tweeting anything. So I haven't seen, because yesterday they dropped Spider-Man on us. So Spider-Man, one of the biggest superheroes in the world, literally the #1 superhero in the world. So it says 1 of 5. I do expect them to be dropping this 2 of 5 image, maybe. If not, then they're gonna hype this up to the moon. If they don't give us any more images, we're gonna be raging for images of the other Spider-Man variations, if there will be variations. Maybe that's just characters from the Spider-Verse or Spider-Man's universe, if you will. That's all I got today, man. I appreciate you guys for hanging with me. I think, unless you guys want to chat for a little bit. Baby Vault says it's hard to buy OMI instead of collectibles. I always choose the NFTs, lol. Yeah, because it's so fun, man. I mean, I got a lot of collectibles myself. I should have 1 million OMI by now, but I don't. I'm almost there. But, you know, hey, some of us don't have, like, these big baller freaking budgets. You know, I was close a couple times in my previous crypto life. It's a long story, but basically got screwed. I don't have no big ballin' budget. I ain't got that Ray Fixie budget, you know what I mean? And these NFTs, man, are fun to collect. I really think over time, I think a lot of these NFTs still are undervalued on the platform, to be honest. Especially when we do interoperability. Maybe we'll start to finally see their true values. Maybe people will sell a little bit off on the MTL launch when they launch the MTL. I think it'll be a very ridiculous move for some people to try to take some of their money off the table, or like a lot of it off, if you will. It's okay to take a little bit, but if they take a lot of it off, I think that's not a power move. That's not the move to do. The move to do is wait for people like that to do that and pick up cheap collectibles and then hodl them, and then that interoperability will come. VeVe will get mass adopted. Look at the Twitter. It's only 52,000 followers. Wait till VeVe on Twitter gets to like 1 million or something. Then you'll start to see the real value of those collectibles, baby, and they'll be worth a lot. It just will happen. With physical, it's a little bit different, but these digital collectibles really changes the game. All right. Bangers and mash. Now they draw the prize on the 14th. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. It's too late. That's what I'm saying. LOL with the budget. It really makes a difference buying a point at 003 versus point. Yeah, it is. But like, if that's the thing, right? That's the thing. So let me go ahead and pull back the chart for like a second. I don't use this like dinky 30-minute chart because I'm not day trading this thing. So that stuff don't matter to me. All right. So yeah, it does. Yeah, I get you, but like, imagine people that were saying that down in here, and they're like, well, what time should I buy? And it's just like, boom. All right, well, it went down for a second, but then it shot right back up. You just don't want to be in that kind of position where, if you're not buying in this like buy zone right here, this buy area, and if it does go up and it never goes back down, you don't want to be in a position to where you'll never forgive yourself. Now, we are on another exchange, so that is something else to think about, and that's another catalyst as well. And the wallet sizes are continuing to grow. So you just kind of have to do the math. It's your budget, your money. I'm not a financial advisor. Seek a financial advice, or, this is entertainment only. But what I would do, and what I am doing, is consolidating in this area. All right. I'm not looking at this. If it does drop, I'll just pick up more. Right. So what you do is, like, I was literally saying when this thing was dropping like this, I was saying, hey, like, have a plan when this thing does go lower to have an ABC plan. What I mean by that is, I might buy a little bit here. If it goes lower, I'll buy some more, like a medium-sized bag. And if it goes even lower, I'm buying a big bag. But you need to have a budget set aside for those scenarios. Now, the scenario here is much different because we're already going sideways. As you can see right here, moving forward, basically sideways. Yeah, it's like little peaks and valleys, barely, but not compared to that. This has gone sideways. All right. So when you start seeing this sideways movement, this volatility has petered out to where it's manageable levels. Okay, so now the strategy is different. Yeah, sure, still have maybe like a B strategy. I don't see a C strategy coming in here. So maybe pick up where you can before this thing goes up to maybe another level or another exchange. And if it does drop lower, your B is to pick up a lot. So just have like a little bit set aside for now. Maybe pick up some right now, a little bit. And then if it drops lower, you have that bigger budget to pick it up when it goes lower. And you can pick up that nice big bag. But this ticker is a little bit different, man, because it's not your traditional one where you can just trade off of pure technicals. I think it's a little bit different right now, especially because it just got adopted, so there's a lot of volatility. The exchanges are still being announced, so it's a little bit different of a game that you have to know by being a veteran of crypto. But that's that's what I would do, and that's what I am doing. I'm not saying you should do it, because if you use somebody else's strategy on your budget, then it could be you could mess yourself up a little bit. So just take a grain of salt with all that. Some people are just DCAing across the board, like in these levels. They're just buying at whatever OMI, so they'll just get paid and they'll just buy OMI. All right, I've heard that said by actually one of the ex-advisors of Ecomi, and not that crazy, I say crazy, I don't even know the dude, but not that one that everybody was mentioning, a different one that actually is cool with Ecomi. All right. Or actually, I guess he was a beta tester. But he's just like, yo, if you get paid, just put it into OMI. Because he realizes the long term, like, these prices aren't going to matter so much. I mean, yeah, I get you're balling on a budget and you're trying to pick up and accumulate that OMI at a lower price. I am with you on that. But the perfect opportunity where your budget lines up with the timing of it, it's just a small, it's a smaller chance. So for me, I'm just going to accumulate as much as I can, not think about it too hard. And yeah, of course I want it lower, as low as I can get. But if you have that ABC strategy or AB strategy, I think you can do a lot of damage with that, because you won't kick yourself you won't kick yourself, when this price goes up if you don't buy any at all. But if you buy some when it's up here, and then if it does go down, you have a budget to buy more. And then that way, if it does go up and it never goes down, you at least got some OMI and you won't kick yourself over it. So that's what I have to say on that. Okay. Because ultimately I was trying to buy in this area right here, this 0.001 level, but the funds came in literally the next day and the price already went up. Actually, it was like, the check didn't come in till like 0.003 or something like that. Or actually, it was on the backside. So for me, it just didn't work out, and I just picked some up right in here. It has gone lower, and I will pick up some more. It's no big deal to me, though. I'm not going to be wishing shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's just me, though. It doesn't perfectly follow BTC, yeah, because it's not necessarily a top 100 crypto just yet. Go to page 2. We're talking about some of these coins that have are iconic. Even Status is like an OG coin, and it's ranked 140. That coin has been around forever. Let's take a look, actually. Let's take a look at Wax. What does it have? I wonder, where does it show how many I don't know if it'll show how many wallets there are on here. I wish it did. 44,000 watch list ranked. They've been out forever. Let's just search it right here. Let's see what Ecomi's ranked. 221. So it's on 116,000 watch list, but it is ranked number 221. So that's probably why it's not perfectly following yet Bitcoin, until I think the stars align a little bit more, and more wallets, more exchanges. Because look at this market. We're not on that many exchanges right now, okay? Like 5. Really just 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then OMI. So that's why. It's like we need to be on some more markets. Then it will start trading more so in tandem, just because people will it'll be on their exchange, right? So right now it's not on their exchange technically just yet. It just got listed on OKX. It's good. Let's take a look at the volume. Almost a mil. It's index 2 mil. Bitforex almost 2 mil. So the volume's starting to pick up. OKX may start to pick up over time. It may become the number 1 over time. But it's brand new. People are just probably finding out about it. We'll see, though. We'll see. More exchanges equals more wallets, equals more liquidity, equals more opportunity, and equals more markets, like OKX. So we'll just be on the lookout for that. Gonna climb that ranking for sure. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got today. I hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Smash the sub button, man, and subscribe. Help me break through the YouTube algorithm. It helps my channel grow because YouTube likes it when, you know, that stuff happens. Helps me get my content out there, man. I stream hard. I stream good. I make videos. And it's much appreciated if you help my channel grow. I know a lot of people, new viewers, forget to subscribe or forget to smash the like if they like the video. So I'm just reminding you of that. You know what to do if you don't like the video. But if you like more videos like this, more news, more updates, perspective from an old dude, not an old dude, but what I mean is, you know, I've been in crypto for a minute. So if you like that kind of expertise level stuff, smash the like, sub button, and bell. Massively, imagine if it hits Axie value. I don't know why my bot below. Oh yeah, because you put the FK. That's funny that bot is smart enough to know that. GMI, have a good day. Thanks for the stream. GMI, thank you, man. Thank you for being a member on the channel. If you would like to join my YouTube membership, by the way, just a quick reminder is you can join for a cup of coffee per month. Literally $2.99 to join my YouTube membership. You get special perks, you get Discord access, and you get special role inside my Discord. It is much appreciated. And you also get a badge here on the channel as well. And on Discord you get a cool role and a special status inside my Discord. It's really cool, and all for just one single cup of coffee that helps me refill this bad boy. This is actually like a frozen coffee. Helps me refill this one time per month. It is very much appreciated. Actually, this is like $3.99, so it'll help me fill this 2/3 of the way so I can do cool streams and stay caffeinated. It is literally much appreciated. And not to go on too much about that, but Streamlabs, sorry Kyle dude, thought the second letter version wouldn't be considered too bad. My bad, buddy. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. It's just funny to pick that up. All hail to the you. Yeah, David, you. Soldier boy up in the you. I'm surprised Shaq hasn't done a video on that. You. David, up you in the house. All right. Thanks, Kyle. Peace, bro. Zero cool. Hey, man. Thank you. Has Jet Gigan jumped ship to Saitama Uni? Saitama Uni. Yeah, he jumped ship, but he always circles back to Ecomi. He's got a big bag of Ecomi. You know he's gonna be back. He loves the community too much. So I think he'll be back, and he always does like a video every once in a while now. I just think he's doing it, you know, he's just trying to pack his bags, and he's just trying to go to the moon and accumulate his wealth and then put it back into like projects like OMI, which is a very smart strategy, you know, if you do it right. It's not, I don't recommend that strategy for new people, so just be careful out there. I know from experience from the ICO markets, the ICOs were back in 2018, so I don't really recommend. So I just say I got a lot of experience with that, so it's not recommended unless you know what you're doing. All right, so be careful out there, stay safe, trade safe. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment only. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Much love. Peace, love, VeVe. I will see you guys in the next one. Be like an NFT, be authentic. And I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a nice day. Peace.